So why do you think it's so hard for a wideout to maybe make a case for that? And do you think he could have a shot this year?
Um, because a wideout is not necessarily the person that directs traffic or touches the ball every play, and doesn't necessarily do as much as a quarterback. I feel like that's why it makes it so difficult. Uh, and I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that has a lot to do with it. I mean, you got quarterbacks that, you know, throw for thousands of yards in a season, way more than what a receiver could ever touch. You know, a lot of times that's seen as more difficult to do.
Someone had a theory that if a wide receiver is having a great year, then their quarterback is probably having a great year too.
Yeah,
So
for
then they
sure.
theoretically split whatever vote that they might get. But actually, it was
But I mean,
a
what
pretty good
about
point.
what about? All right, let's just say it's a case like this year where, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, where Drew goes down and you still got a guy like Teddy that comes in and gets the majority of the game. So, what about in a case like that though? And he's still eating even though his starting quarterback's out.
I think that would be the case where you would say that he'd have a stronger case
Yeah,
because it's clearly not just the quarterback, it's just him.
exactly.
But it's just interesting just for a tight end or wide receiver, they can be game planned around, so you would think it would actually be harder. But I don't know. Right now he's listed as off the board, so it'll be interesting to see if that changes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very impressive on what he's done. Very impressive, especially to have this many yards and catches this year, and Drew still missed 5 games. That's pretty big. Uh, I hope he can win MVP or make a case for it. That'd be pretty awesome.
If I can ask you about
There you
the
go.
Bucks and maybe even last week, do you all look at last week and say it was more what Atlanta did, or was it lack of execution on your part? What do you kind of chalk it up to last week?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it was a lot of situations and plays in this room that guys could have handled better, um, and done a lot better with. But at the same time, some of the things that they showed us, we didn't see on film, and they had a week off just like we did to kind of help prepare. So it was just a little bit of both.
As far as motivation, not that you want something like this to happen, but can you use this, obviously so, is, a reset in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I think you can absolutely, and I think you absolutely should use it as a reset. I think it's better that it happened at this time of the season than later on for us. And I think we use this as a stepping stone to motivation and not have this feeling again, not want to feel like this again ever in the season, whether it be now or later. So use that and just keep pushing and get better week in week.
Is this it's been maybe a little bit different here with how you process a game like Sunday than some of the other places you've been?
A little bit. I don't think I've ever had this good of a record either.
Right.
So it's a little different, but at the same time, it's next game. You always focus on a game at a time. You always focusing on that next game that's on the book. So that's kind of where our focus is. We're focused on Tampa Bay. We're over that one, and we just focus on trying to get this next win, stack it.
As far as kind of piggyback off what you just kind of asked there about as far as maybe the
That's how you
mentality.
feel. Bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
how
Sorry.
you feel.
Tennessee real hot right now. I don't know what happened in South Carolina.
Lucky or hot?
Is it maybe the mentality of this group, maybe that's been there, done that, more confidence in guys, veteran guys, that, there is no, I guess, crack after a loss like that?
I feel like it plays a big part of it. I feel like definitely having a more mature team and veteran guys in the locker room can help you kind of bounce back a little faster and get over a loss, because you have different guys in those position groups that are instructing young guys on how to. So I feel like definitely having a veteran presence and a veteran locker room can help that.
Even though you're trying to get over that loss, there probably are some concerns for this offense just in terms of probably starting faster. Is there one or two things or maybe something that can kind of contribute to probably get off to a faster start?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of things. I feel like we could have stayed on offensively. I'm speaking from the offensive standpoint. I feel like we could have stayed on the field longer, converted a lot more of those third downs. I feel like our tempo could have been a better factor in the game. And, just some plays that we did not finish, I feel like we can finish those plays better as well.